It's Dave Johan once again for Punch Out Boxing. Pleased to be joined by the victorious Amir Abubaker, fresh off his win, which was live on DAZN. I mean, I've seen the man in action before in Birmingham. I've interviewed you many a times. Came over to your gym. Amir, first of all, how are you? How was that DAZN debut?
I'm amazing. Thank you, first of all, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Yo, it's amazing being on the zone. Finally, I had a chance to showcase my skills to a larger audience, get more exposure. And people, when it comes to that stage, they either crumble or they excel. And I managed to excel on the night. Probably the performance of my career so far, because it wasn't just going in for the kill and knockout. This guy was super tough. I was hitting him with shots. I was slipping shots, like literally missing by inches, like 5, 6 shots in a row, missing with good head movement, good boxing IQ, in and out with my feet. And then I hit him with a solid shot that just dropped him. It would drop anyone really because he was caught off guard. He was caught quite awkwardly. So it showed everything. It showed boxing IQ. It showed my skill, showed my speed, showed my awareness, showed my timing. It showed everything. It wasn't just, me as a Terminator, go in there, one shot KO, like a few of my other opponents. It showed like I can do it all. And what better place to showcase my skills than the zone?
Yeah, I mean, look, to be fair as well, you had Adam Smith commentating. You're working with, even though you're managed by Anthony Manning, friend of the show,
Yeah.
you were promoted the night by Izzy, who's a new promoter on the scene, who was an ex heavyweight boxer who signed a deal with DAZN. So it's his debut on DAZN as well. What's it like working with GBM and Izzy, taking the Amir Abu Baker brand over to DAZN?
You know what? It's amazing. Anyone that helps me in any way, even if they don't like me, like even if they, because I was like a last minute replacement. So it's not, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like we have some amazing connection. I was a last minute replacement. They needed someone there. I showed up like bang. But me, anyone who's helped me in any way, from my amateur coaches to simply holding a bottle in the corner. I remember a coach came once just to hold a bottle in the corner. Anyone from them days to this day on my boxing journey, I appreciate them so much. From the smallest help, even like yourself interviewing me, you know, I can I can't take these things for granted. I appreciate any small type of help on my boxing journey. So them just having me on the show, I appreciate it. I don't need a 6 week camp. I don't need a 10 week camp. It was 2 days notice. I'm grateful, and I got to showcase my skills. If they give me another 2 days notice, I'll be like, oh come on, you could have told me this time. Like I did tell you, but I'll still take the opportunity. Yeah, but I appreciate it, man. Like I said, like it's a 2 day notice, but you're never gonna be truly 100% ready. It would be better with a camp, but yeah, I'm grateful, man. Grateful for the opportunity.
I mean,
Pleasure working with them.
I spoke to Anthony, your manager and friend, earlier this morning, and no word of a lie. I read this message out, what you sent,
Yeah.
uh, and it's verbatim as well. So he
Mm.
said he wants the big fights. He wants the big fights. I mean, that's
Yeah.
you've been saying this since your debut. To be fair, since we spoke, he wants the big fights. Now, being realistic now,
Yeah.
what is it that you want to do now?
Yeah.
Because you've sparred with the elite of the boxers. People have seen you on DAZN now. Is it now a case of you're going to be calling out more
Yeah.
names?
I'll be honest. I did call out Joseph Laws. I'm not. I can't lie. So I'm gonna be 100% real. It's all about the money. Like I'm gonna focus on the money now because I've been boxing a while, and there is absolutely zero money in this game. It's like the worst business model to do. And the reason I wanted the big fights from the get go was for the big money. Because I always said I want to be a world champion. I want to be number one. It's not because I sleep with a boxing glove next to me in my bed. It's because you get a shit ton of money of it. So that was the goal from the start. And as I age, as I mature, like, you realize other things in life are getting more important. Like, you need to be making money somewhat. Sacrifice a lot for this boxing. So that's the main reason I want the big fights. I want good money and I can talk well. I reckon I get on a big fight, put on a great performance. They see I talk well, then I can build a career out of that. I can have big fights. I can even be commentating on the side. Like it just opens opportunities. So yeah, I need to really be in front of the cameras, the lights, cameras, action, man. Because being on these small hall shows, it's not ego, it's not arrogance, but I don't deserve to be there. I deserve bigger fights, bigger paydays, and I showed that on the night. Like, yeah, no one else was that. I don't know if anyone else like, I don't want to say anything actually about that. But yeah, I showed it on the night with my own skills. That I deserve to be in bigger venues, bigger stadiums, bigger fights, bigger paydays. Actually, I'm not even getting paid. So yeah, paydays, full stop. Any payday.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was going to say a week before that, Eddie Hearn
yeah.
and Matchroom Boxing were in Birmingham. I saw Anthony did the 5K run as well with Eddie on the Saturday. Did you go to the
Oh
show?
yeah.
Did you rub shoulders? Did Anthony talk to Eddie about you briefly or?
You know what? That was my mistake. I was meant to be there, but I literally woke up, read my phone. He's like, "Can you be here?" I was like, I skipped it because I thought I'd be running 5K with like hundreds of people. If I knew it was directly with Eddie Hearn or anything, I would have shot straight there. That's a great networking opportunity. That's stupid of me. But yeah, I should have been there. I wasn't there that day. I would have probably won the 5K as well. So it would have impressed them. I could have put in a word myself, but yeah, that's a mistake I made. And you just reminded me, yeah, I should have been there that day. So that's an opportunity missed.
The thing
Yeah.
is, when an opportunity, sorry, when a door closes, the window opens, and so on and so forth. But he's been to Birmingham before, and he'll definitely come back again because Birmingham's a thriving city with boxing, especially with Tyler Denny doing what he's doing now. I mean, who would have thought as well, beating Felix Cash, and then a week later getting the fight deal done with
Yeah.
Hamza Shiraz in Wembley Stadium for Riyadh season in the UK. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? You
Yeah,
get the opportunity, you take it, don't you?
yeah, 100%. I'd love a fight with Felix Cash. You know, I've had loads of rounds sparring Tyler Denny. We put in some good work with him. He's saying I'm good. You know, everyone around the Midlands really knows people have sparred. They know I'm good. I'd love a fight with Felix Cash. The way I've seen him against Tyler Denny, I'd have him 100%. Something like that, it would get me up in the morning. I'll be training like a madman for it. No 2 day notice, full camp. I think I'd run through keep Felix Cash. You just reminded me. I might ask Ant as well. I'll be like, yo, let's call out Felix Cash. I need a fight like that, something big. That'll get my name out there. That'll put me on Matchroom. That'll get me on big fights. And yeah, that's something that's stable. Then I don't have to be running around doing this business, that business, and putting like 20% of my focus into boxing. Because that's what I'm doing right now, really. You know, you gotta make ends meet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, what's really interesting about that people that don't know you is you're a qualified barber as well. I mean, you're a man of many talents. So you're boxing, you
I,
you
I, I do
your
loads of
hair,
things.
you're doing
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Not one barbershop open, two barbershops. I was in between the two. Then I was obviously boxing on the side whilst doing that. Then I sold one barbershop on the turn pro. Then I'm starting the sales team, running this. I started my own coaching program. I'm doing fucking everything to make ends meet. But you know, it's what makes you a man. I like the journey. Obviously, you know, no one's. I understand it's not going to be easy, but you know, being a man's competitive, and the true realities is in the West, it's getting a lot harder to make it. Like you know, price of everything going up. But I think everyone's experiencing this. It's not just me. Like life is generally getting harder to make it. Like the West is getting more and more populated, getting more and more hard to make ends meet. And yeah, it's not just me. I'm not, you know, trying to what's the word? I'm not trying to uh like make a sob story. Like I love this journey. It is what it is. It's what makes me who I am, and it'll make me a much better man. But yeah, all I'm saying is I need a big fight like that so I can put my focus 100% into boxing and become one of the best in the world and leave my legacy in the sport.
I mean, you never know, do you? Now, to be fair, I mean, with the way boxing's going, and should we just say Riyadh season, who would have thought that Boxer is now tied into this as well? So they've got Queensbury, Boxer, and Matchroom. It just takes one fight, doesn't it, Amir? You just never know. You could get that call. I mean, some of the guys that are fighting over there, they've
Yeah,
only had
100%.
the same amount of fights as you.
Yeah, 100%. I only sparred Mark Dickinson like the week before my fight. That was the only spar I had. I had one spar since my last fight. Then I took this fight. And he's fighting in a £1 million tournament where you're guaranteed £75,000 your first fight. And then you go on to win the millions, two more fights. So you have three fights, you can make £1 million. Imagine someone pulls out in that tournament, they give me the phone call. Like, you never know. Things like these, they're becoming more apparent, more. It's creating more opportunity. I like it. And that's why I'm always going to have boxing there.
No, absolutely. So when are you out in action next? What's the plan in terms of the Anthony Manning Roadshow with Amir? Is it another fight in the Midlands? Are we going to London next? Does Izzy want to call you up
Uh,
for some more fights
to
on
be honest,
TV?
he literally told me, I was like, look, I only want big shows now after that GBM show, but the next GBM show is the end of the year. He literally told me there's a show in 3 weeks to go on, and I'm down. I said, look, give me by the end of this week because I have an opportunity to do some work somewhere abroad. So if that goes ahead, I might do that instead because it's looking more promising than just boxing on another small hall show here. Because the return on investment isn't that big. Like I box on another small hall show, it's like 300 people in there. Boo-hoo, no one really cares, like grand scheme of things. But if it's another boxer show, another like GBM show like this on the zone or something, yeah, I'll be up for that 100%. And with a date and like a full camp, 100%, a real fight, even better.
Do you think
Yeah.
nowadays as well, when, I mean, you saw, forgive me, I forgot the person's name, but he fought Ben Whittaker when the chap rolled into the press conference and virtually called him out in front of the media, called him out in front of the fans. Do you think sometimes you have to do things like that to get your name
Oh,
out?
that guy that just fought Ben Whittaker.
Yeah. Do you think you have to do, not you, but do you think people have to do those
If
things?
I have to, I will. Like, I'm not really a shy guy, but if the opportunity presents itself, I'll take it. But I feel like making yourself a good product first. Like, people know, like, oh shit, Amir's a good boxer. Like, word is spread. That's why it's so hard finding an opponent. I feel like it's only a matter of time before someone has to take notice of me and be like, all right, fuck it, we'll put you on our show. And then bang, just like GBM, like, I don't know what will come out of that. It's just early days. But who knows? Maybe someone will see it. They'll be like, yeah, I want to know more about that kid. So just keep doing this, keep doing this. You can, in my head, it's impossible to have 15, 20 fights the way I'm going and no one takes notice of me. Like, it's literally impossible. It's not how the laws of the universe works. Like, if I keep going the way I'm going, something has to happen. Something just has to, yeah. Inshallah, God willing, something just has to happen. As long as you don't quit. If you quit, is the day you pack it in, you lose. That's when you've lost. But I've invested too much right now to turn back or think about X, Y, Z. I'm just adding to the table. So it's boxing going like this, and I'm just adding things to make a bit of cash here, make a bit of cash here. This here. But it's always been boxing. Amir the boxer. That's what people know me as. I can never leave that title.
No, absolutely. Amir, before we break things
Yeah.
up, we always say this as well. We're just going to get a prediction from you for the big fight. Should we just say it's a few months down the road? It's going to be Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois, a massive card. Riyadh season finally coming to the UK, Wembley Stadium, September
Yeah.
21st. How
Yeah.
do you break that fight down? Do you think it's a clear cut thing for AJ? Do you think Daniel Dubois has a chance to knock him out? And if so,
You know what? Funnily enough, I don't even watch that much heavyweight boxing, but 100% I'll give it to Joshua because he's just been in there with more experienced people. Uh, Dubois fought Usyk, didn't he? Yeah,
yeah,
but I'll give it to Joshua. But I don't even watch heavyweight boxing much. Yeah, but I'd definitely give it to Joshua if I had to put my money up.
yeah, no,
And
that
I've seen the way he trains in person as well. I trained at Loughborough with him. So I went down Loughborough for sparring. I turned into the gymnastics room. I see Anthony Joshua stretching. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, so I've seen the way he trains, does some like different stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely give it to Joshua.
absolutely brilliant. Amir, just let people know where they can follow your journey, mate.
Yeah. Oh, on anything, all my social medias, it's Amir Abubaker, my full name, Amir Abubaker or Abubakar, if you speak like Arabic or any of that. All my social medias are that, Instagram, TikTok, anything you need, YouTube. Reach me. Anything, if you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, I also do coaching. If you want help with anything, or even if you have questions about upcoming fights and stuff, I'm your guy because I've been there. I've been at the bottom, being clueless. So now I'm not at the top or anything, but I'm on my journey up. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to help them out. That's where you can find me.
Absolutely brilliant. Amir, we're going to let you go. We're going to catch up with you at the gym soon at Manning's boxing gym, where you'll
I'm
hopefully.
here right now.
Oh yeah, are you there outside?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
About to
well,
start. Yeah.
oh, brilliant. We'll send a reporter out to get this documentary done as well. But Amir, all the best, mate, from Punch Out Boxing, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Amazing. Thank you. Pleasure having me. Pleasure being here. I mean, been here too much.